welcome back to the Slowpoke. Well, anyone that didn't know, I'm actually from the UK, okay? I was born in London, all that cool stuff. And if you didn't know, over here, soccer, football, soccer to overseas people is really big. Cinderace is, you know, a sort of soccer football player. And I actually think the meta might have shifted enough now to where if you could bob and weave a Eternatus, you might be okay to play this pretty hefty stage 2. So let's have a look. Right, now you're probably thinking to yourself, Shay, why am I playing stage 2 for that aren't Porygon Z or Rillaboom? You know what? Fairly good question, fairly good point I should say. Let's have a look though. Cinderace has a really cool ability, a stage 2 Pokemon 170 HP, with the ability Libero. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from the bench to the active spot, you can attach up to 2 fire energies from the discard pile to it. Okay, and then its attack is super strong as well. Let's not get it twisted. For 2 fire, 1 colorless, you do 190 damage and you discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. So you can see the sort of loop here. You got a 1 retreat cost. So with U-Turn Board, you can just retreat between 2, you know what I mean? Really cool. And I think for stage 2s to ever be good, they have to either have immediate impact as soon as they hit the board, which this one does, it does 190, or it has to sort of cheat and be have an extra layer of consistency. So like Porygon Z, you can throw energies and down really fast, so can Rillaboom. With this, once it comes out, you don't really have to worry about attaching 2 energies, right? Because the sort of deck loop we play here, once it's out, we can get those 3 energies on a turn, every turn. Do the 190. So how are we doing that? Well, our energy count is a bit weird. We play 3 recycle energies. So the reason is if the Cinderace ever gets knocked out or anything like this, or we pay retreat almost, you can just, you know, slam them back. So just put your go back to your hand. You can attach, use Libero, boom. So in that case, you only play 3 fire energies, and then the rest of the deck is set up just so we can get them out as soon as possible. Jirachi Stellar Wish, in case you know what Jirachi does, I should say. Let's have a look. Basic Pokemon. When it's in the active spot, you can put itself to sleep. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You can put 1 trainer card from the top 5 to your hand and shuffle your deck. So we play 4 Switch, 4 Scoop Up Net, so we can try and maneuver around our Cinderaces quite well. So look. Alright, so we have Rare Candy Cinderace, right? So if we could just get a Raboot down this turn, we're in a good spot for next time. Charizard type deck. We like seeing 3 prizes because we definitely 2-shot them and they take 2 prizes on us. So come on, get us surely we get, okay, we got a Great Ball. Not really what I want to see. 2 Switch, okay. Right, so you play the Giant Hearth. Bin off fire. We want fires in the bin. Let's have a look. So we've got 4 Scorbunny in deck. We've got 2 little Great Balls. Right, well, Great Ball first. Do we take a Pokemon out of deck, ideally? Take Jirachi, because we can switch about and stuff, right? So. Okay, so here's Stellar Wish number 1. We take Boss's Orders. Again, all we want to do is just find a Quick Ball. I don't feel as if I'm asking for a lot here. Thank you very much. Okay, Quick Ball. Away that. That will find a Scorbunny. There we go. Then we can attach Recycle Energy there, and then we can pass it over. So that's like as good as a turn as you can hope for, right? Do what? So there's something playing some sort of greens version. So they play tag calls and stuff, right? I'm not playing against this Charizard deck because they can like search out any healing that they might have, right? So they play my alarm, they can search for it. Good news is though, that if they've led this one, which they have, we actually can't. They can't hit us next turn. I mean, this turn, I should say. The worst they can do is like a Crimson Pillar, unless they like tag call Welder onto a bench. But even if they do that, they're only taking 1 prize anyway. It's not really the end of the world. So pretty cool. That was actually a fantastic turn for us, getting 2 fires in the bin as well. Because once you got those fires in the bin, your Libero is set for the whole game. So okay, they Welder active, so they're not even taking the KO this turn. There's that Charizard. Now I'm going to assume this is a greens, because of the stuff they're playing. They actually manualed here, which is interesting. Like, I guess because they have to weld up 2 energies here anyway. There's no point attaching this there. Although I guess then they can, if they attach 3rd one here, they can then attach 1 more from our next turn and welder back here. So I'm not a welder player. I don't really like welder. So I couldn't tell if that was the correct way to play or not. Okay. Okay, we get Rosa, which is like really nice. We get turn 2 Cinderace. We get Stellar Wish. We want to try and get another Raboot if possible. Okay, we get Great Ball. We'll take that. I mean Raboot, Scorbunny, I should say. Yes, fantastic. So now we can hold this hand and we can just Rosa. You can even attach U-Turn Board here. Oh, TCG, don't die on me. There we go. So we should be able to activate Libero. Yes. 1, 2. Now turn 2, 190. Our opponent's in a spot of bother here for sure. We can actually boss his orders. But that one's got outrage. We don't want to do that. So we'll just Flare Striker. Boom! I timed that perfectly, but TCG lagged out on me. Right, so we want to put these 2 fires back in the bin. And that puts our opponent under a lot of pressure. Let's not mess about. Like, you know what I mean? We're a stage 1 Pokemon. Our next turn, if we get KO'd, which, to be fair, yeah, they have to welder attached to. Okay, so it's definitely possible. And none that we don't play Giant Bomb. If we had Giant Bomb, if they KO'd themselves, they would have KO'd themselves. Interesting. The early Sword and Shield list did play Giant Bomb, for sure. But we don't play them yet, so we don't even have to Stellar Wish next, so we can get U-Turn Board back. Rare Candy KO here, take 3 prizes, and they take 1 prize. Like, super intimidating, right? We are gonna have to start churning for our deck at some point now, just so we can start playing our what's it called, Ordinary Rods and that. But I think next turn we're fine to just take a KO here for sure. Now, how cheeky are we feeling? Do we go for this Stellar Wish? It means we have to find a Switch or net. I'm not really. I don't like taking risks like that. If I get a guaranteed easy 3 prizes, right, let's just take them for sure. It's a brilliant fair, so they're probably, I don't know what they're searching for here, just like welder, 2 energies, stuff like this. I don't know. We get back all this young goodness. Very good. So we just Rosa this turn. Okay, we didn't want to get a research there. That's like not ideal. We'll attach U-Turn Board. We'll Rosa. That finds us Rare Candy. Basic Angel. I actually don't have any of them. That's fine. We take 3 prizes this turn. We will get, we do get obliterated by that Flare Strike though, but you know, 3 prizes, like, it's fine by me. So we'll just use we'll use Libero, I should say, 1, 2. Although we don't actually get down a thingy like this, but then again, we're taking 3 prizes, so it's fine by me, 1, 2. And Cinderace is putting in the finest of what. Okay, so we take 3 prizes, let's see what we get. Great Ball. Mew, doesn't matter. Oh, I guess Side Power's actually enough to attack what to do next turn. Like, yeah, Side Power, I don't know, does it, thinking about it, it doesn't change anything, it's always the 2 shots. So. Maybe they miss Welder. Maybe they didn't. Reset Stamp, interesting, that's kind of scary. Well, they got rid of it, so. Oh, why didn't they play Reset? Maybe they got another one. Surely you stamp here, right? So they probably attach 2 here and then do their GX so they can do Flare Start on next turn, right? What we gotta do is carry this little bad boy. That's all we gotta do, baby. This can't KO Cinderaces at all. So. As a Vit Band, they still can't? No, still can't. So it looks like this turn we're gonna oh, they Flare Strike. Okay, so now I guess they GX next turn though. That's fine. Okay, right, so in ideal world, this Great Ball finds wow, okay. Now what I'm just scared of is a boss's orders, right? That's the next thing to be scared of for sure. Okay, so we'll score 1 here. Right. In order to maximize odds of this finding, I'm trying to think. We probably do we Stellar Wish first? What else I just want to find? I'm not sure. We'll just Stellar Wish now. Could get Rosa. What would Rosa find us? Scorbunny, Ordinary Rods, Energy. I wanna try and Rosa next turn if possible. So we just want to shuffle in the Pokemon, please. If that's okay. We probably shuffle in 2 Scorbunny now. We want to try and get multiple down so we can play around the boss that they're definitely going to play. Alright, so now we will Great Ball. That finds us another Scorbunny. Nice when your sequencing pays off. Probably like it wasn't the correct sequence anyway, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. We're going to end this turn with the research, so we'll switch into that one so we get Stellar Wish. Stellar Wish after the supporter. Okay, that's not actually too bad. We'd like to see a Rare Candy for sure. And we can go digging for it. Let's see. We get Quick Ball. We can get down another. You know, I'm actually not against that. Let's get down 3 Scorbunnies for sure. Get a Giant Hearth. We won't be needing that anytime soon. Let's have a look. So we've got 1 Cinderace left. So we want to try and find an Ordinary Rod if possible. Or we could get out. Oh. Okay, that's annoying. I think we had that wrapped up, to be honest with you. Let's keep moving the game too. Alright, so you're joining us here for a Cinderace game, actually in post today, because this is a really cool game. I wasn't recording face cam, and that's a bit annoying, isn't it? So, didn't actually see if we're going first or second there. Bit bad of me, isn't it? A bit naughty. So let's have a look. So, we're going first. Great Ball fails. That's what we got here. That's a terrific start there, huh? Okay, so as it stands now, just trying to work out what we're playing against here. If you see a Welder and you see a Mewtwo, it's probably safe to say it's going to be some sort of like Charizard deck, I think. And there's a Leon, so that sort of confirms that for sure. So it's an interesting game, in all fairness. Charizard, like, if you're trying to figure out the matchup on paper really fast, we should be favoured, because, you know, we do 190. They have to sort of jump through a few hoops, but once they get to their 200, they equally can mess us up a lot too. So we evolve into Raboot. Raboot's actually a really cool stage 1 Pokemon to have in this deck. For a few reasons. Number one, it's got a 1 retreat cost. So you can always just slam a U-turn board onto him if you need to, and you're away. Also, this Flame Charge attack is very helpful as well. For 1 energy, you do 20 damage. You can search your deck for a 5 energy card attached to this Pokemon. So, one thing I've found with Cinderace, and I actually think the list on the side has changed since this game. I took out Mew, and I've put in another Giant Hearth since this game, just because finding the energy is actually really super important for this deck. And if you don't find them early, you can really struggle. I got to the game before, I've had like 3 Cinderaces out with no energies in the bin. Once you get the 2 energies in the bin, however, you are fine, because you can just Libero just flings them straight back up, right? So anyway, that was a long-winded way of me saying Raboot is pretty cool. So, we get Oranguru off the top, isn't too bad. We're going to Giant Hearth first, though, to obviously try and take energy out of deck if we've got any there, just to improve our Oranguru odds, because at the minute our hand is super trash. We are really reliant on Jirachis, you know, in this deck, and when we haven't got them, it can get a little bit scary. But hopefully, Oranguru the Geezer will get us through. Let's have a look. So we'll get rid of the Ordinary Rod. I think that's fine. We do take out an energy. So we definitely get a flare starter now. But as it stands, we're not really doing a lot else. Kind of scary. So we get Raboot off the top. That's not very good. What do we put to the top again? I can't remember. I wasn't really paying attention. So it looks like whatever it was, though, I want it back. Which I thought was quite funny. What was it? U-turn board. Yeah, you probably want U-turn board so we can. Yeah, that seems fine to me. So there's the Flare Striker. Super strong attack. 190 is nothing to mess about with. Let me tell you, it is strong. Not for sure. So let's have a look. Our opponent promotes Charmander Fire Crystals for 1. Interesting. And then they rolled it. Okay, so they kept. They have 1 Leon in the bin. Is it 1 Leon? 1 Leon. So if they get Rare Candy Charizard, another Leon in the bin, we're actually carrying them. We're in a super sus spot if that's the case. Good thing for them, they actually managed to get ahead of themselves on energy. Oh, but they go for the Colette. That's sad. That's sad for sure. But as it stands now, we're not really doing a lot unless we can start moving around the active. Which, in all fairness, we can retreat out of this with the U-turn board, right? And then if Oranguru finds us a switch, or whoa, you definitely take Jirachi here, Berts. Yeah, we worried there, you know. I can't actually remember what happens in this game, but yeah. So that's actually nice. So now we can retreat into Jirachi, and I think we Stellar Wish first, because if we put Raboot to the top, that's like 1 card that isn't a trainer for definite. So we should hopefully Stellar Wish first, and we do. We get ourselves a research. Okay, baby. When you think about the sequencing, it can bore you sometimes, I promise. Do you want to preserve Raboot? Probably not, to be honest with you. I think I actually had a friend in the call and I was screen sharing at the time. That's why you can see me. Oh, we get a score off the top. That's pretty cool. And now we can get a Raboot for that. That's actually worked out quite well. Shouldn't second guess myself, should I? Shay, when you're playing this game, you were correct. So, as it stands now, all we got to do is switch out the Jirachi out the active, and we did get the switch. And we can activate that super cool Libero ability. So much fun to use, let me tell you. I think Recycle goes on Scorbunny, right? Yeah, it should go on Scorbunny because once. Yeah, it goes on Scorbunny. Well done. Took me a while to get there. But yeah, look, now we get to see Libero in action. You switch, take 1, 2, bish bash bosh straight into the active, and then we flare strike. Boom! And let me see, that's all it takes, man. That's all it takes. Once you get the loop going, and we're a couple turns off getting loop going, but once you get 2 Cinderaces, it's kind of scary. As it stands now, though. So no, even if our opponent does get the KO here, right? We just Rosa. We just Rosa out for Rare Candy. Rare Candy, something else, right? So yeah, I actually think we are in a good spot for sure here. And once we can if we get enough Scorbunnies down in this match, I think we should be okay. Especially now, well, because they play 2 prizes as well, right? We don't play any 2 prizes in this list. Now, you could play like a Dedenne or a Crobat. They've got it up a Charizard now. That's kind of scary. You could be like a Crobat or a Dedenne, but a really... Cinderace is quite a tough Pokemon to knock out. If you make your opponent knock out 6 Pokemon, 6 of them, I should say, it's quite tough. So... I didn't see how many Leons they got there. I don't think they've got 2, I don't think. Either that or they've got this Jirachi stuck in the active. There's the Crobat. So there's some... And we do play bosses. So now we can just... Now that we're like 2 prizes ahead already, like, it's a super strong position for us. Because now we can just hop. Like, we can just boss it. Oh, we've actually got boss in our hand. I didn't even realise. We got boss in our hand. We take out the Oranguru. Stop them drawing cards. Tough situation. You can see we didn't even have that great of a start, right? But once you get that loop, if you can develop that loop, Cinderace is a scary geezer. And if we were playing against like a 2 poison deck here, we just be 2-shot on them anyway. So let's see what our opponent does here. So they Scoop Up Net, they go into the Mewtwo, so that made me think they haven't got 2 Leons in the bin. I haven't really been paying attention. I've just been sort of talking about the matchup, but I think this turn is where we seal it up because we can. Wait, do we have an attack? Thinking about it, we have to find a switching card off the Jirachi, right? Because you can't retreat twice, so you can't just retreat into Scorbunny and then retreat again. So we have to free retreat into Jirachi, and we've got a Stellar Wish and we've got Oranguru to find a switching card. So hopefully it's not too hard to do. I'm gonna try to work out sequence at this point. We've seen all 3 of our energies. Okay, we get a research. We really can't afford to be researching. You could argue that was a misplay because now we know that top card is always going to be a Pokemon. 1 less card to find switch, so that's kind of scary. And there we go. We do miss the switch. So we did 1 thing good and we did 1 thing bad. So learn from my mistakes. I mean, we're still in a super strong spot anyway, to be honest with you. Like, let's be honest. Like, next turn we don't 100% get a KO next turn, but it's kind of probably going to happen. Our opponent uses Battle Sense. That's a pretty cool ability, to be fair. I haven't got around to playing Charizard yet. It does seem pretty fun. Not going to lie, I'm just not in the mood to play Stage 2s. As fun as Cinderace is, sometimes it's Stage 2. You ain't going to find that Rare Candy combo, you know? It just ain't going to happen sometimes. But it's super fun. It's one of the more fun decks to play. For sure. And I keep forgetting to look at how many Leons are in that discard pile. Hopefully you guys are watching actually paying attention. Let's have a look. So they Battle Sense. I got rid of an energy and something else, I think. They've got Charizards ready to go for days. Surely they don't attack. Now, I don't know why you wouldn't attack there. They probably don't want to. They probably want to get like first hit in on a Cinderace. But from when your opponent's got 3 things like ready to go, or at least 3 of the basics down, you can't really afford for that to happen. But I guess they know there's a Scoop Up Net, so 1 turn too late. But yeah, so now we can Scoop Up Net active. We can boss his orders into Oranguru, go down to 2. Then we're still on 6. And that pretty much wraps it up. Like, let's not beat around. But oh, I forgot I did that. I Scoop Up Net the wrong Pokemon. Do you know what it is? You know when you have Switch, right? You can switch to the Pokemon you want. I thought Scoop Up Net was that. But as funnily enough, Oranguru found us a switch. It really didn't matter too much. It puts us back a turn because we have to evolve into Raboot, but I forgot about that. That's funny. So now we boss orders KO or Choreo. That's so funny. And then there's the Flare Striker. And we go down to 2 prizes. Ooh, got a banger on here, boys and girls. So, as it stands now, we're on 2 prizes. Our opponent's on 6. They're going to have to give us a Charizard now, but, I mean, next turn we've got another Cinderace. Attach U-Turn Board, and you'll be able to see the loop that we can do now. Oh, no, they're probably going to KO us, right? Well, we'd hope that they get a KO. Let's have a look. I didn't see a Leon after that battle, so I'm going to assume that they've got rid of another Leon by now, though, surely. I think I might have saw a Leon on that one. Is the Raw Blaze Apple? Oh, whoa, okay. Like they've had better Leons in that discard file. So, as it stands now, we actually don't have to. Yeah, because we can just attach U-Turn Board here. We'll actually get Rosa value as well. See if that's what we go for. Attach U-Turn Board active. Yeah, we do Rosa. Rosa finds us what? Rare Candy? Yeah, finds us Rare Candy. Probably Scorbunny, right? And Scorbunny? I think that's correct, right? Yeah, Scorbunny or Jirachi, one of the 2. Yeah, we go for Scorbunny Rare Candy. And you see what I mean? Like, once you start getting that Rosa value as well, we haven't been getting out that too much this game, but we have had Rosa just cheering in our hand. So now, look, we get 2 energy, put a Recycle on, Rare Candy at the back. We got a Recycle ready for that bad boy already. So we've got the loot for next turn. It's actually impossible for us to miss attack next turn. That's a lie, because we can get carried still, but yeah, it's going to be very hard, you know what I mean? So, probably should have held on to that U-Turn Board. That was a mistake. If we held on to U-Turn Board, then we definitely guarantee an attack. But, you know, I'm trying to keep it entertaining for you guys, you know. Catch the misplays with me, so you don't make them. That's the idea. So, yeah, as it stands now, yeah, attaching that U-Turn Board was definitely a misplay for sure. That was a misplay. Our opponent just Raw Blazes for 250. Yeah, look, I went to give him the well played and I realised I was like, I haven't got a switching option yet, but that's funny. Okay, so we attach a Recycle, we research. Gotta find. We play 4 nets for switch. There we go. So we don't even have to. We don't even have to use Stellar, which what a U-Turn Board. U-Turn Board is super clutch. There's a Libero. Such a cool ability. Give him the well played. Bang! So yeah, let me know what you think about Cinderace. I actually think it might be one of the most fun decks to play in format. Proper unique. It's really rewarding as well if you can sequence properly. I can't because I'm a big dum-dum, but you might be able to. So let me know what you think about Cinderace. If you have the more Vivid Voltage deck profiles and gameplay, smash that subscribe button down there for me and check that player stat down there for me, okay? But thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.